professionellen Webauftritt. Wir sind digital an Ihrer Seite. Ionos.
Lying down gesture and hit undead. Possible area, since you're going to be on the ledge that you can get to by jumping, hard to explore. It's just going to be right there on the desk. That is the location. Number 8 is going to be the catacombs of Tartarus, and that is where we're going to stay. And for those front staircase, commonly called Neo's testicle, going to run down staircase. Be careful on this side. Technically, this is just in the general area. However, the bonfire is the best bonfire I've found to get this one. So, to get this shard, you're going to have to kill the giant worm that's in the general overall area. I would say do this from the beginning to become. This one is a little more complicated to get into it, so you're going to want to follow where I go with it. Run the old Enchanted Chamber, you run up down and kill it. You work with the shard, and I think
Zombie Fury beat KSI by decision, and Logan Paul beat Dylan Davis. There's no way you can convince me that Dylan Davis doesn't have CTE. Bro tried to take Logan Paul down twice in a boxing match. He was getting his brains turned into spaghetti so bad he tried to swing on the security guard and stole his.
Fine, get this one. So to get this shard, you're going to have to kill the giant worm that's down, and once you kill it, the Old King's antechamber down, and once you kill it, you will be rewarded with a shard, and I think some more. Finally, number 10, again, Catacombs of Carthus. This one is going to be down, and once you kill it, you will be rewarded with a shard, and I think some more. Finally, number 10, again, Catacombs of Carthus. This one is going to be near the Old King's antechamber bottom. This one is a little complicated because of even though you don't have to follow where I go in the video. From the Old King's antechamber, you're going to be until you get to a very large room with multiple flying fireballs and fireball monsters. This is the largest room in the area that I found that is not in the upper areas, in the lower ruins, and the shard is going to be at the end of this room on the left. Be careful because the slime is going to drop from the ceiling when you pick the shard up, and it can kill you, especially because there's a lot of stuff happening in the room. As you can see, I die when I pick it. this staircase. Before you're going to turn right into the graveyard slash arrow yard. You lock.
He landed a total of 9 punches to Logan Paul's 82. Bro was running up the score on him. He spent the entire fight blocking and forgot the next part where you're supposed to punch.
So this image has been going around. It's been saying, choose 3 elements, pick wisely. And I have weirdly had several people request me to break this using science. And this is a random question, so it doesn't quite mesh with science, but, you know, what the fuck. Let's see what science says about taking one of these powers. First of all, you have time. Here's the interesting thing. Time, space, same thing. Space-time, one fabric. If you have control of one and enough knowledge of relativity, you have control of the other. Pick one, doesn't matter which. Light. Controlling light is neat. It gives you control of... So space, same thing. Space-time, one fabric. If you have control of one and enough knowledge of relativity, you have control of the other. Pick one, doesn't matter which. Light. Controlling light is neat. It gives you control of photons, which should give you control of everything in the electromagnetic spectrum. It's a neat candidate, but you could do better. Air. Does air mean air, or does air mean any gas? If you can control any gas, you can control stars. Good, but we can do better. Poison. Is poison just anything deadly to human? Because there's more things that are deadly to humans than not. A human would die today death in a truck. Good, but we can do better. Nature. Is nature just animals and plants, or is it anything that formed naturally? Black holes formed naturally. The Big Bang was natural. Ice. Is that just like water ice, or is it cold? If it's cold, you can control molecular movement, which is terrifying. So the interesting thing is that if it is cold, it's the inverse of fire, which could be heat. Which means that either ice and fire give you molecular movement control, pick one of them. Lightning. Lightning is interesting. It would give you basically control over electron, but that's just controlling movement of fundamental particle, which again you would get with ice or fire if they were heat or cold. Storm is just weather, not very useful. Water is control of one molecule, not very useful. Space and time are the same thing. Shadows don't exist, they're just a lack of light. Unless shadow means you can control things not being there, which is pretty great. Love is just chemical reactions in your brain, you can get control of that using this other power. Life is just sustained chemical reactions that replicate themselves, you can get control of that with other power. Again, fire and ice, two sides of the same coin. Plague is just poison, but it's limited to viruses and bacteria. It's basically worse than poison. Blood is just a biological solution. I mean, you already get control of it if you have control over water, and even that water's not that great. If by earth you mean like any solid matter, that's pretty good. Metal is just worse earth. Death is the other side of life, and like I said, you already get control of life using other powers. And chaos, this is the big one. Chaos means entropy, uncertainty, probability. It is the best power here. If you can control uncertainty, then you can control fluctuations in quantum fields, which means you can control all matter and all energy in the universe. Because all matter and energy are at its base level quantum. So take space or time, who cares, and take chaos. Then study out bond relativity.
Hast du noch mitgekriegt, wenn Lupi nach Hause gekommen ist?
Nö.